Hey guys, welcome to my first video. My name is Laura. I'm the blogger at Ancestralize Me, and today I wanted to talk to you about this awesome new book that is coming out on Tuesday. So first, I have to say, I am wearing the UNC gear because we won last night. Go Heels! But that's, neither here nor there. Sorry, Duke fans. Okay, so anyway, the book I want to talk about today is called Eat the Yolks. It's by Liz Wolfe, who is one of my good friends in the ancestral health community. And we met about, I want to say 3 years ago. It was when I just started my RD program at UNC. And I got hooked up with her through a mutual friend who knew that we were both going to be going to the Weston Price conference. And that was in, I want to say Philadelphia, but maybe she'll correct me. I actually can't remember. But so anyway, I met Liz there. She was totally awesome. I was so excited to meet her. And to be honest, I really actually credit Liz with a lot of my success in my current, my blog and my work for Chris Kresser, because she really hooked me in with a lot of the ancestral health leaders, such as Dan Sanfilippo, and then through Diane I got hooked up with Chris, and then also through those groups of people, I met Rob Wolf and, all these people in the ancestral health community that I might not have met or connected with otherwise. So I really got to thank Liz for, really helping me make my career what it is today. And, I'm just starting out, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. Okay, so Eat the Yolks. Why do you want to buy this book? There's lots of different ancestral health books out there. There's plenty of information on the internet, and other books you might have about why an ancestral diet is better, why, how we got this way. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have read Gary Taub's Good Calories, Bad Calories. That's like the war and peace of, public health nutrition and how we got to where we are today with nutrition. But that said, a lot of us haven't read the whole book, or really just have no interest in reading the book because of how long it is. It's pretty dry. There's a lot of information in there, but it's not necessarily something you're going to sit down at the beach with and, read while you're on vacation. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't do that either. But if you are trying to learn about nutrition, ancestral health nutrition specifically, and also really just learn about how we got this way, how our nutrition guidelines turned into the low-fat, plant-based, that kind of recommendations by our government, you really want to read this book because it gives a great history of all of the events leading up to the dietary guidelines and leading up to our government deciding what was healthy and what wasn't, and then through those guidelines, the kind of effect it's had on our food supply, which, as many of you know, has really changed a lot in the last 50 to 100 years, mostly based on perceptions about what healthy food is and consumer demand for low-fat, whole grain, that kind of food product. So one of the reasons why Eat the Yolks is such a great book is because Liz has a really great writing style. And when I first met Liz, I thought she was one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that. Literally, she's one of the, she's like, if you ever watch Parks and Rec, she's like Amy Poehler and I can't remember the Ann Perkins name character, whatever that actress's name is. She's like those two characters rolled into one. I love it. Maybe a little bit of Ron Swanson thrown in there.
This is a mistake. Why would you call it that on your menu?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Wait. I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
So hopefully you got those references, and I just remembered the name of the actress is Rashida Jones. So if you don't watch Parks and Rec, that's whole nother review I could give, but it's a great show. So anyway, I think the big reason why you should buy Eat the Yolks is because it really appeals to people who want to learn about nutrition. They want to learn about where their food comes from. They want to know why our government and nutritionists generally recommend the kind of foods that they do, because we've grown up with people telling us, okay, here's what you should eat, here's what you shouldn't eat. A healthy diet is low fat, low saturated fat, low cholesterol, you know, throw away the egg yolks, don't eat so many animal products, eat lots of whole grains and vegetables and all that. So if you're wondering why we've been told that information, or you want to find out, you know, what really actually inspired those recommendations, and let me tell you, spoiler alert, it wasn't science. This is really the book to get. And like I said, if you're the kind of person who really likes to enjoy what you're reading and not just be reading, you know, dry facts that are very straightforward, then this is really the book you want to get. Because, as I mentioned, Liz has some really, really unique and entertaining ways of describing the information and also talking about stuff that is actually pretty serious. It's a very serious problem in public health that we're facing right now. But she's able to make light of it without, you know, not being inappropriate or not taking it seriously. So, as she said to me before, you know, this is the kind of stuff that we can laugh about it because it is a tragedy that our country is facing such a public health crisis. But we don't want to take it so seriously that, you know, we lose sleep over it or we get anxious about it. It's one of those things that you can educate yourself, you can learn the facts, but you can also enjoy yourself at the same time and look at it for what it really is. I mean, it's very upsetting, but it's also, in a lot of ways, almost comedic because of how ridiculous it is. So I'm going to read a couple of excerpts, very short quotes from the book, just to give you an idea of what kind of humor Liz uses and the kind of information she's sharing. All right, so you ready to read? Let's go.
Fat. There are few words as unsettling. Say it out loud. Does the word fall from your lips melodiously, wrapped in silken threads of happiness? Does it roll across your tongue like raindrops on a lily pad? Of course not. It punches its way across your psyche and, if you believe the hype, leaves clogged arteries in its wake. Food is not simple. It's beautifully complex, and it's one of the few things in life worth taking the time to truly understand, right up there with the Constitution and that show with the island and that smoke monster and Matthew Fox. It's a far different thing to look like a cast member of Jersey Shore or a piece of tanned leather than it is to have healthy levels of sun-stimulated vitamin D. The good news is, the alternative to sunscreen is not frying, fist-pumping on the boardwalk, or getting cancer. It's simply informed, conscientious, responsible sun exposure. Like Desperate Housewives reunion specials and music by the Eagles, when it comes to the sun, a little can go a long way.
Okay, well, so that was your sneak peek of Eat the Yolks. I hope I've convinced you to get it, or maybe get it for someone who you know could benefit from the information. I really think, I think Liz's book could appeal to anyone, really, anyone in any age group, any gender. However, I do think that one of the age groups that she'll really appeal to are people my age. So people in their 20s and their 30s, especially women who have been exposed to books like Skinny Bee, which, you know, we all know what book that is, but, and also just exposed to information about, you know, 1,200 calorie diets and how to lose 10 pounds in a week and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, these women are really missing out on a lot of good nutrition because of the misinformation they've been given. So I really think that this book needs to be read by those people because they will understand why they're being told that information, why it's inaccurate, and perhaps learn a better way to eat after they've read the book. And like I said, you could even take it to your next vacation, maybe go to the beach, take it on spring break with you, or if you're flying somewhere, read it on the plane. I promise you're going to be entertained. It's not going to be boring. You're going to learn a lot. I feel like I've learned a lot from reading it. And, you know, I'm really glad Liz, you know, she's been working for years on this book. I'm really glad she finally got it out, and I'm so happy that I get to have my own copy. So look down there. You can click the link. It'll take you to Amazon. That's where you can order the book, and you should have it in your hands in a couple of days. So I'd love to hear your feedback if you've read the book. What do you think about it? You know, did you learn anything? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I hope no one hated it, but let me know, what your experience was reading the book, what your favorite quotes were, and who you think would actually benefit from the book. Alright, well, thanks for watching my first ever video review of Eat the Yolks by Liz Wolfe, and I look forward to seeing you around the blog. See you next time!